All right, next up we have Match of the Year. This is one of my favorite categories. The nominees are The Shield versus the Wyatt family from Elimination Chamber, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H from WrestleMania 30, The Shield versus Evolution from Payback, and then we have one from NXT this year, and it was close. One match that did not make the final cut here but was very close was the Cesaro versus Sami Zayn from the first NXT TakeOver. But the one that actually made the final here was Adrian Neville versus Tyson Kidd versus Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze from NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. And then we have Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins from Hell in a Cell. And then finally from Survivor Series, Team Cena versus Team Authority.
Luckily, thanks to the network, I've seen all these matches.
Exactly.
For the first time this year. Because last year, I remember I didn't see a couple matches because there were TNA matches on that I didn't get to see because I was never home on Thursday or Wednesday when TNA was on. I never got a chance.
Or you just didn't care.
Or I just didn't care at one point. Yeah. I try to care about TNA, but TNA makes it very hard. But this year, all solid choices. I'm split between the Team Authority, Team Cena match and the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell match. That Hell in a Cell match, we watched it here together, you and I, and it was unbelievable the amount of effort that both men put in from start to finish on the Hell in a Cell. They went to the top of the new Hell in a Cell. Not the one that Brock Lesnar climbed or the one that Mick Foley climbed in 1998. They went to the top of the 20-foot Hell in a Cell and fought their way off it, and both fell off damn near the top of that thing. It's fucking crazy. But at the end of the day, when I think about Match of the Year, I think about the overall impact in the ring. I gotta go with the NXT match.
Wow, there you have it.
The Fatal 4-Way for the NXT title, because NXT is proving very quickly that WWE has the right formula to create superstars. And that match made Neville as champion, established Tyson Kidd as a contender to any title again, further boosted our boy Sami Zayn, who we've seen from the beginning here in California, and then Tyler Breeze, who unfortunately has become like an afterthought on NXT, but at that point he was still the #1 contender. That match was solid and it was fantastic.
This is going to be a really close poll. I think that the voting, it's going to be very, very close. Shield Wyatt family was excellent, and I remember the crowd chanting "This is awesome" before the bell even rang for that one. That is a definite contender. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, excellent match at the biggest show of the year.
To friggin' start the show.
Yeah.
You know, it was awesome.
Shield versus Evolution, another excellent match with the Shield. And then, as you just mentioned, the NXT TakeOver match. Ambrose versus Rollins, excellent match. You know, the finish, whatever. But
finish was shady, yeah. That's why I didn't pick it.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm not picking that one. Team Cena, Team Authority, with Sting making his debut. I mean, that was an epic match. Excellent match even before Sting showed up. The only thing I didn't like was the Big Show heel turn. But I'm going to have to say in terms of the storytelling and the build-up and everything and at the event, I'm going to have to go with Daniel Bryan versus Triple H from WrestleMania 30 just because it was a very high-profile match at the biggest show of the year and it delivered. So, to me, that is the pick for Match of the Year.